Hey, Lori, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great.
I am so excited to talk to you and share what you do with everybody here in the Texas Hill Country. Of course, my name is Charlie Wasson. I'm a realtor with Sunflower Real Estate here in Fair Oaks Ranch and Boerne. And one of our clients was downsizing. We helped her sell her beautiful home with a pool because it was just time for something easier. And we went to one of these assisted living communities where there's so much activity and so many things to do. And one of the things that we found out during our walkthrough is about you and your service. And I am so excited. And I think what you do is going to be coming in handy for so many people. Lori, take it away. What do you and NexMov do?
Well, I want to thank you, Charlie, for helping me get the word out. We're the greatest hill country secret. I don't do a lot of marketing, I don't do a lot of advertising, but when people find out what we do, what we're about, they're amazed because most people only believe or know of the traditional moving experience. But there's one thing different when there are the say 55, 60, that's about that age group that begins thinking about downsizing. They've
Yeah,
got a big home, kids have left, and they are downsizing. Well, when you put that into the mix of a move, it becomes a little bit more complex, right?
right.
So I've learned over time that, when you're talking about moving and downsizing, there's many different services. But the number one thing that I'm always asked is, when do we put the house up for sale? When do we start? Oh my gosh, I don't, maybe I'm scared to put the house up for sale because there's so much to do, right? And, the answer I give to this is it is a lot to do. But if we have a plan, and we're organized and we can actually identify the actual services that are needed because sometimes there's family that helps and
Yeah,
then sometimes there is just they don't have any family, so that's
right,
where
right.
we can really help out and step in. But I have a move management company, so my name Laurie Broesche. I started this crazy company 15 years ago not knowing I was starting a company. I helped a couple downsize and move when they didn't have any family. And what I found was you can't just pick the phone up to to have a group of people come in and help you with all these
Right.
different things, especially a moving company where there's men and they do great things great for what they do, the heavy lifting. But there's a lot of concierge, personal assistant type things, and of course the planning aspect of it too. So I think with your client, we actually talked about, her particular journey through this next
Yeah.
move. And she's very excited. And I think we've kind of smoothed the porcupine quills a little bit. And in that case, this client actually has some family helping out. And that always is a wonderful thing when you have a village, helping get this chore done. But we'll be hiring, we'll be going in. We'll be setting up a schedule to pack. We don't just pack one big day with a bunch of people in the house and the moving truck. That's stressful. So we break it down in a more organized, a more pleasant experience where it might just be two or three of the women going in and maybe a day or two leading up to the move date and having a more organized packing situation.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but my impression is, and I'm in my mid 50s, I've moved several times, not tons of times. We've been in our current home 20 years now. So it's been a long time. And if I added another 20 years to my time in this house, I can only imagine um, how I would be confused as just to where to start. And that's the thing that, if I'm not wrong, that you offer is you've seen almost every different kind of scenario. And if somebody just has no idea where to start, can they just call you and say, Lori, I have no idea. Come over and help me put a plan together. Is that something that you guys
Oh,
do?
absolutely. And crazy enough, I love moving so much. And when you do it as long as I have numerous phone calls with individuals that I've helped them, maybe they're do it themselves or they plan to do it themselves. And I may be on the phone 30, 45 minutes to an hour just trying to help someone maybe how to start the process. Maybe I have an appointment tomorrow actually that she's going to be moving in 3 years.
Okay.
And she wants to start the process along before that. But absolutely, a simple phone call is where it really needs to start. Learning about what the journey is going to be about. Again, some move experiences are more complex than others, but certainly the phone conversation will probably deliver a lot of information that I need to say, you need to start here. And of
Okay.
course, timeline is everything. Do you have 3 months? Do you have a year? Do you have a week?
Yeah.
And so that's going to really determine, and I can help them kind of maybe find that place to start with their move.
If you're watching this at home, please grab a pen and paper. We're going to give you that contact information for Laurie here in a bit. And I want you to be ready for it. In the meantime, I do want to ask if I'm trying to weigh all my options with you and NexMove being one of the options. Just curious, we talked about how you offer more services than the typical moving company. How do your rates stack up? I'm just curious. I never asked that question.
That it's a great question. We have the same hourly rate as the moving companies. So
Okay.
if you go out and you go down the yellow pages or you Google moving companies, most of the time you're going to find that we are right there, that hourly rate. And that's really all moving is. It's always an hourly rate.
Okay.
Now, the difference is there's a lot of nuances with moving and a lot of things people don't understand binding rates, non-binding rates. I know all that stuff. I know all the contractual. So when you look at next move, what you're getting is at no charge is
Mhm.
someone like myself that is personally looking at the entire move and making sure that each stage of it is not only looked at in a way that the process is made simpler, but we're trying to make sure that we're looking at the cost and
Okay.
making sure there's no funny business going on.
So you're not just walking through with a clipboard, adding things up and saying,
No,
here's what it's going to cost. It's nothing
no.
like that.
No, we go in, I do a video actually of the home because a lot of times most moving companies, most, not all, but most don't even come out to the home anymore. They
Right.
just have a checklist and they say, what are you taking? Or mainly they'll say, what's the square footage of your home? Which when they do that, it doesn't make sense because especially when you've told them I'm not taking everything.
Yeah.
I'm going from a 4,000 square foot home. I'm going to a 1,500 square foot townhome. But they don't listen. They just want to know the 4,000 square foot. They do their numbers. So at the end of the day, no matter how you look at moving, it's all about an hourly rate and how many hours it takes to do the job. So they throw a number at you, and at the end of the day, they're going to get exactly, what the job is. I do things a little bit differently. I want to really give a good estimate based on what I see and what I hear.
Okay. And it's not just you. You bring in a small crew, right?
We have an all ladies team. It's an all
Okay.
women team. And a lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, how do you move everything?" Well, we don't move it. We hire a moving company. We vet our moving companies. We've got great moving partners that I know very well. We teach them kind of how we want to way
Okay.
we do things and such. But we've got a great women's team that goes in, and we keep the same women on the same project from the very beginning to the very end.
Okay. That's fantastic. And just so those of you who are curious, Lori is based right here in the I-10 corridor, right? You live right
I
near
live
Boerne. I
actually
know
live
you.
in Bernie
Okay.
area.
Okay. Fantastic.
I'm
So
Hill Country.
if you're looking for somebody that you're going to bump into HEB, it's her. She's not on a video call because she lives so far away. This is just the easiest way for us to bring her message to you and for to be able to review it. Now, for those of them at home who have their pen and paper ready, Lori, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You would dial 210-650-2269, or you can email contact us at nextmove.com. And just the company name is spelled NEXMOV. So contact us at nextmove.com, NEXMOV.
All right, saving some letters.
Yep, that's right.
I love it. Well, good. Is there any last words that you want to share with our viewers today?
Well, after 15 years, like I say, simple phone call is all that it takes. But I guess, Charlie, the number one thing that people probably have the most questions about is liquidation. And I can tell you that if you're getting ready to sell your home, um, don't think that there's only one way to liquidate because sometimes that can hold the house off the market
Okay.
a little bit longer than it needs to be. And I used to do estate sales. An estate sale is probably not usually for the client the fastest way to do it,
Okay.
but that's one of the things I also go in and I take a look at what people want to sell.
Okay.
I know consignment, I have consignment partners, auction, and if it looks like it's a property that would benefit, the client would benefit from an estate sale, I'm the first one to say yes, it's the best way. But we want to make sure that we're not just concentrating on the move experience and the exercises of getting, the move done, but there's also that other part of it is the home,
Yeah.
getting it on the market when that timing is right.
That's fantastic. So helping get ready for the move by getting the stuff you don't want to move out is something
That's
you'll
right.
help them with as well. So basically, kind of like what we went to, we could have shortened this interview a whole lot, Lori, if we said, hey, if you're thinking about moving, you don't know what to do, call Lori. End of interview.
Yeah. Anything moving, I got
Well,
the answers.
fantastic, and we're putting a plan together because we know there is a lot of families here in the Hill Country area who are facing this over the next several years. It just seems like more and more of our business every year is um, the silver tsunami, as they describe it. People
Yep.
saying, "I've had enough of taking care of this yard. I don't want this pool anymore. I want easy because I want to travel. I want to just." Walk down to the dining room and have it put down in front of me. And quite honestly, it sounds pretty good to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already there. Absolutely.
You can get a hold of Lori again at 210-650-2269. Tell them the email address one more time, please.
It's contact us at nextmove.com. And remember, it's NEXMOV, but contact us at nextmove.com or go to our website, which is NextMove. And you can find probably this video there. And we have others, but we'd love to share everything we know about us. And but go to the website. We got a Facebook and Instagram page too.
All right, Lori, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks.